guys having a conversation.
One of the questions about the response by Broward is whether this was policy to set up a perimeter instead of going in. Earlier this week, you seem to suggest that your deputies are trained to arrive and not immediately go into the site of the shooting, but rather to create a staging area. Listen to yourself a few days ago talking about what you learned from the Fort Lauderdale airport shooting 13 months ago. Take a listen.
One of the key lessons we learned from the airport was the phenomenon of self-dispatching and not allowing deputies and police officers from all over the Tri-County area to just arrive haphazardly. And we had staging areas, and people who went to a staging area, and they were inserted into the mission in a common sense way, and everybody had a job to do.
See, that sounds to a lot of people like the opposite of what police forces learned after Columbine, which is when you arrive, you don't wait, you run in.
I'm glad you asked that question. Jake, you're completely talking apples and oranges, and I'm glad you brought that up. When we have a horrific incident of any magnitude, and the incident is over, and people are arriving to help, and we know we have 5, 10, 12 hours of work to do, we have our deputies, police officers, firefighters go to staging areas so we can insert them in a clear and concise manner into the scenario, into the event. An active shooter is completely different. As people were coming to the airport, we didn't have an active shooter. He was already in custody 72 seconds after the event. This is an active shooter. We push to the entry, to the killer. We get in and we take out the threat. Completely different set of circumstances, Sheriff, Jake.